show you how the game is played. Here we go again. 54, 55, 64. You can find the trophy on the old age shore. Now the orange and brown coming back for more. Here we go again. I said, here we go again. It's the Cleveland Browns and it's 1st and 10. So get on your feet and let the games begin. 'Cause here we go again.
That song may make you feel hype for the Browns, but in real life, you just want to shout out this.
You are a factory of sadness!
Here we go again. It's the Cleveland Browns and it's 1st and 10. So get on your feet.
Well, the calendar does say May, but tonight we are heading to Pittsburgh on New Year's Eve of 2017. We're gonna relive a moment that I myself was in attendance and witnessed in person with my own eyes. I had just gotten off the Greyhound bus from Cleveland to Pittsburgh and stepped out into an 18-degree or -7 degree, if you're watching this from foreign lands, New Year's Eve. As I was walking along a frozen Allegheny River from the bus station to Heinz Field, I was anticipating to see if my Cleveland Browns were gonna make history, but for the wrong reason.
Here we go again. It's the Cleveland Browns and it's 1st and 10. So get.
I decided to turn the calendar back to May so I wouldn't have to be wearing all those layers for the whole video. Anyway, it was the final week of the 2017 NFL season, and the Browns came into the game on a 15-game losing streak. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but if my knowledge serves me correctly, as of right now, NFL teams play 16 games a season. I know they will be playing 17 soon, but for now, they still play 16 games a season. So, if that adds up, that would mean a 15-game losing streak meant the Browns had lost all their games that year. Well, let's see how their 2017 season went.
One was pretty clear about the fact Antonio Brown will use it.
Blocked into the end zone. Free ball. And picked up for the touchdown by Pittsburgh.
Hogan on the move. Throwing, it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser, the pick. And it's the 3rd turnover today forced by the Ravens defense.
First down, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 4-yard line by Rashaan Melvin.
Maybe if they just take a knee starting inside their own 20. They're feeling confident offensively. Underneath pass, this is Bernard. Plenty of daylight. Bernard still going, and he will score.
12th play of the drive for the Browns on 3rd and goal. Kaiser with a toss. It's dropped. It's loose. The Jets are around the football. They think they have it, and they do.
Hogan to the air. Intercepted! Too high for Duke Johnson, and it's Joseph off to the races. Nobody near him. Jonathan Joseph will walk into the end zone. Pick 6 for Houston.
Good snap, good hold, and Succop is perfect. And the Tennessee Titans survive in overtime.
Extra down, and they were just trying to get that straightened out.
2nd and goal. They're going to lunge for this here. Now they can't stop the clock.
Well, you got to get set. And the Lions are trying to stay on him right now to make sure he can't get up. And I don't think they're going to be able to get this ball off. They're not going to be able to.
Josh Gordon one-on-one away from trips. There it is.
3rd and 2. And now Kaiser in trouble. Just looking around. The ball is batted into the air. And it is. Is it intercepted? Josh Jones has the ball in his hands.
And this is inexplainable to me. I don't know why in this situation you're just throwing the ball up for grabs. He panicked. That's a rookie panic move by DeShone Kizer. And it puts the Green Bay Packers in perfect position. Now the Browns defense has to step up and make their own play.
And they're going to throw it. Who has a dangerous throw, and it's a first down! And to the end zone! Davante Adams and the Packers have won it in overtime!
So, in order for the Browns to keep from being the second team in the NFL to go 0-16, they needed to beat their bitter rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, in the final game. For those that don't know, the first team to go 0-16 was the Detroit Lions back in 2008. The Browns came into the game having not won a game since Christmas Eve of 2016, which would be their only win from that season. The best they could do was to have a repeat of 1-15. The Steelers, on the other hand, came into the game having lost only 3 games. They had already clinched a first-round bye. This was a game that the Steelers decided to rest most of their starters and let a lot of their second-stringers play. Even the Steelers fans knew that this was a meaningless game, as I saw empty yellow seats. I was even supposed to be sitting up in the nosebleed sections, but I was able to sit close to the field since there weren't very many people at that game. The game started out like any typical Browns-Steelers matchup. The Steelers pounced on the Browns early, but the Browns didn't give up. By the third quarter, they would tie it up at 21 apiece. But as soon as the game was tied, this would happen.
Number 10 and 11 on the season for DeShone Kizer. That is Landry Jones and Pittsburgh respond. This is Juju Smith-Schuster from inside his own 5. Breaking a tackle. Here he goes, the rookie into open terrain, breaking tackles. And the 21-year-old is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, that definitely knocked the wind out of me, and I imagine it did the same to the Browns. They would get a field goal to get within 4, and in the 4th, the Browns defense held strong. But what would the offense do?
Alualu coming over in free agency from Jacksonville, the former 10th overall pick. This is Johnson on the check down. Johnson in open field. Inside Steelers territory. Football is loose. Who's got it? And Pittsburgh has recovered. Can the Steelers find that ever-elusive first win here in Week 17? Kizer hit on the throw, and that pass is intercepted. Sean Davis.
I feel as if the Steelers were trying to give the Browns the win. The Browns just kept saying, nope, we want to preserve our perfect season. Well, the Browns had just one more chance to take the lead and not become the second team to finish 0-16. So, how did it go?
Duke Johnson one-on-one with Joe Hayden at the bottom of the screen. Not a great matchup for the Browns.
Corey Coleman in the backfield. Kizer under pressure. Somehow escapes. Kizer's pass is incomplete. Right through the hands of Coleman. And he can't believe it.
He possibly can. And that one goes right through your hands. Incomplete pass. And what a disappointing end to the Cleveland Browns offense.
This guy's reaction was the same reaction I had as I watched it unfold in the stands. Now, for the record, I am not going to say that I would have caught that ball, but I'm pretty certain that I could have caught that ball. The receiver was wide open, and it just went right through his hands. However, we'll never know. Well, it was over for the Browns. They had done it. They had become the only team to go from 1-15 to 0-16 the very next year. You gotta admit, that's an unbelievable accomplishment. So, here we go again. What happened next?
Here we go again. It's the Cleveland Browns.
Now, we all know that after a team wins a championship, a parade is held in the city's downtown. Well, in downtown Cleveland, there ended up being a parade, a perfect season parade, so to speak. They paraded around First Energy Stadium. Call it a parade, call it a protest, call it what you will. There's no denying that this was well-deserved for an organization that has brought nothing but pain and misery to millions of people who are insane enough to call themselves a Browns fan. And even going 1-31 after 2 seasons, Hugh Jackson was still not fired. Anyway, they knew that they needed offensive help, finishing dead last in scoring that season, so they used their #1 overall pick to select Baker Mayfield. He would help the Browns get their first victory in a long time on September 20th, 2018, as they defeated the New York Jets 21-17. But things were still a little shaky. After starting the 2018 season with just 2 wins, the team finally came to their senses and canned Hugh Jackson. Defensive coordinator Greg Williams would take over, and he'd lead the team to a strong finish, winning 5 of their last 8 games. Common sense would tell you that you stick with what works, right? Well, wrong. As they decided to go with a man who had never even coached a middle school football team. Freddie Kitchens not only head coach, but he also tried to be the play caller as well. The guy looked like he was trying to play Madden in real life. Needless to say, their plan backfired, and once again, we Browns fans were suckered into thinking the Browns could amount to anything. It's funny how this number 92 Courtney Brown jersey that I'm wearing is my only Browns jersey. And I've had it since Courtney Brown was playing. I bet none of you even know who Courtney Brown is. But the thing is, in all that time, the Browns haven't even warranted a player with a jersey that's worth buying. That is sad. I still remain a fan because I believe that one day my loyalty is going to pay off and we will win it all. Well, comment or email if you have any ideas for a future video. Please share it and like it and follow me on Facebook and all that jazz. In the meantime, I'll just keep saying for every Browns season, here we go again. I'll see you in the next moment.